073 200 4000 on Hodges Old Radio.
I like it. Oh, time check, it is exactly 23 minutes to 2 o'clock. Welcome back to Off the Menu. As always, it is always a blessing and an absolute honor to be serving you musical and conversational goodness on Off the Menu. I am the Queen, and welcome to the segment Bubbling Under, where we profile your favorite musicians and your favorite bands, because at lunchtime you want to be laid back listening to good music, but also learning more about our musicians and entertainers, because if we can't celebrate them, if we can't give them a platform, and if we can't honor them, we're not going to wait for the world to honor our kings and our queens. So today we have got a Bubbling Under segment, which is so different. Yesterday we had King Kuzi Case, who was serenading us on his acoustic guitar. Today we've got multi-instrumentalists, and the thing is, there are no instruments. I know I'm instruments, I know, but his only instrument, it is his mouth. And joining me in studio today for Bubbling Under is the undisputed king of beatboxing in Zimbabwe, King Rahim.
Yeah. It's good to be here.
Oh man, thank you so much for joining us, King. I know that you've got a lot of things that you've got going on. You've got a beat tape.
I've got a box tape.
A box tape, a box tape.
All vocals only beatboxing album. The
That's
first ever in Zimbabwe, the first ever in the whole world.
Wow, that's gonna be insane.
It's gonna be insane.
We're gonna talk a little bit more about the box tape.
Sure.
In a couple of moments. Was one mixtape. But today we're talking about beatboxing. So before we get into who you are and all the amazing things that you're doing, what is beatboxing? What beatboxing?
Beatboxing is mainly about mimicking sounds with your mouth.
Sure.
That's basically everything. Beatboxing is the fifth element of hip hop. Okay. Maybe back in the days, the hip hop guys used to jam with their mouths, passing out my instrumentals.
Right.
It's like, then you start making music with your mouth, and the other guys would rap in, and something dope.
Sure, I didn't know that it's the fifth element of hip hop.
Fifth element.
Fifth element.
Yeah, there's graffiti, dance, there's DJing, and then there's beatbox as well.
I did not know that.
Serious.
I did not know that. Now you know. You know, you continue to learn. But I think for beatboxing in Zim, up until I had a couple of friends that used to like beatbox in high school, just like to imitate, but nobody took it as serious as you're doing it. When did you start, and how did you get into this art form?
Professionally, I started doing beatboxing in 2010.
Okay.
But I used to beatbox way back in high school. The whole idea of
beatboxing.
Exactly. But now it's something that I decided to take as a career.
Sure. Do people understand that?
Vakaita time kuti vazvinzwisise kuti munhu anokwanisa kutoita career yekuridza muromo. But now times are evolving.
Sure.
People are getting the appreciating. I'm getting shows myself, and a couple of things that I'm working on.
I know, but you also did something for Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that's a big achievement.
Big achievement. Coca-Cola, anyone in the world who doesn't know Coca-Cola.
No, but what I noticed is with beatboxing, in creativity, you can think of something. I didn't saw radio station, broadcasting service. You can do something with beatboxing.
Right, which is specific and tailored to a specific brand.
Exactly.
So before we get into the many different variations, the many different mimickings that you've done, who is your beatboxing inspiration? Who do you look up to? This person is doing amazing things.
Panandriku High School, there's this guy Anonzera Zo from the States, the godfather of beatbox. It's a funny story, but Razewa was on follower years after.
Wow.
I started noticing this other guy from Africa who's doing amazing things.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So without wasting much time, because I already see people that are already joining us on Facebook. Shout out to you, Obedience Manjonjo Masia Masiandima, and Tommy Lee Jones. Welcome back to everybody that's joining us for the very first time. Welcome to
Bubbling under.
welcome to Bubbling Under. Thank you for your comment, King Tommy Lee Jones. Let's hear what he has for us today. King, take it away.
Now, face down, pick it up, but I still pick his out, don't want to pick it up, but ain't a pick it up, but I pick it up, but I still pick it up, but I pick it up. Boom, get it back, boom, get it up, but the best thing, picking it up, but the ball, picking it up, but the best thing. Should I keep going?
Oh my gosh! I'm like trying to look. I'm trying to look at your lips. I'm like, how do you do that? You're like making 16 different sounds at once.
That's a tricky question, but mind, my lips, my tongue. I use many things on. It's crazy.
So the thing is now, how do you prepare? What do you do? Like, how do you, like, you know how musicians, like, when it's a vocal training, they do my la 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 la, you know, to get their voices, you know, how do you protect, number one, your voice, but also how do you, you know, do with us breathing exercises for you to maintain that momentum? Because I know you do like some pretty crazy sets as well.
Yeah. Breathing technique is the only way. I breathe, and I need to. I rehearse a lot.
It's a lot. So you know how in rap there are ciphers, right?
Exactly. I know those.
Do you have beatbox? Are there ciphers in beatboxing? Like if somebody wants to challenge you, what do you guys call it? You know that?
Beatbox battle.
Oh, beatbox battle.
Yeah.
All right. So in terms of beatboxing in Zimbabwe, who would you think is your number one person that you would challenge?
I'll challenge. I'll challenge myself, but they're
who would you respect? Who else you'd be like, you know what, somebody else is doing really, really well in the beatboxing scene?
There's Probits, there's Union 5, there's Besta, there's Table Saints, and a whole lot of guys who are doing beatboxing underground.
I love that. So where do you usually perform? Do you have somewhere where you usually perform?
It was a good days with my friends.
All right, but apparently, like I knew like my poets, on my poetry slam or what? When you beatboxing, you just come part of that. Do you have your own separate as people that do beatboxing?
We're actually planning on doing that, but for now, it's just shows, open mics, global tours. That's it.
That's it. Have you performed anywhere outside? Outside
I've been to Zambia for the Music Color Festival.
Okay.
First edition. I'm going back again in December for the second edition.
That's not. And how is the response? Is there like a big beatboxing community in Zambia?
In Zambia, those my greatest. They appreciate her so much than home. That was crazy. The response I got from the crowd was just overwhelming.
Wow.
Yep.
And how long are your sets, or it just depends with the event? How long can you go without stopping?
I can go for an hour.
An hour without stopping. Yeah, that's insane. So, you know what, for those that are like watching and like, what number one, you know what word of advice would you give parents that don't understand? Because you know what, this is something that could actually be lucrative. It's just obviously in Zimbabwe, the level of exposure,
Yeah, true.
right? So what would you say to whether it's a parent or a guardian, and what word of encouragement would you give them?
Just give your child the right platform to showcase his or her talent.
Sure.
You can take beatbox as a career.
Mm,
You can spread a message through beatbox.
right.
Drug campaign. You can do adverts and a whole lot of things.
A whole lot of different
You need
things.
to have a vision.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So also for those of you that are joining us for the very first time, you're listening to Off the Menu, and with me in studios, beatboxing king Raheem Beatbox Zim, who is one of Zimbabwe's pioneering beatboxers, and today he's just been giving us buzz. The first one you gave us was just Justin Zwisa. So you know how yeah, sometimes with ciphers or when you've got open mics, right?
Yeah.
You give people a word.
Exactly.
And then they create towards that. So you mentioned something earlier, but I need to first make sure that I've got enough space in my phone, because I want to give you a challenge, right?
Serious.
Yes. You can't
A song, or it's just gonna be
okay. What works better for you? What would work better for you?
what's your favorite song?
My favorite song is Chinedum by Mercy Chiwo.
I don't know.
Exactly. You don't know. So let me think of one. Can you? Hey, have you ever fused different genres? Right. So you've done like, can you do like, have you ever done any beatboxing on like a Sungura song?
I can.
Okay.
Sungura, jazz, Afro pop.
Sungura jazz, Afro pop. Any give me any Sungura song. All right, cool. Mebo. Have you done beatbox on Mebo?
I would need someone and more vocals to that. But it's a good song though.
Okay, so anyone, King, anyone, any song, any song. It doesn't matter whether it's Sungura, any song.
Okay. Let's get me. Hold on, take it back to the old school. No, come on,
Oh my gosh, that is insane. That is absolutely insane. So what for you would be your ultimate beatboxing experience, like on a global stage, where you're like, you know what, once I get there, that is a place that I want to fill out as me as a headliner doing my beatbox?
You know, my vision is to go to the Grand Beatbox Battle. This in Israel, Poland, where every beatboxer from all over the world, and in they go for beatboxing battles.
Wow, that's insane.
It'll be crazy for someone from Africa to.
Because I've never heard of anybody like from Africa who's
there's only one, Nancy Georgia Vakin from South Africa.
South Africa, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
that's the only
he's
one.
good. That's the only one.
Wow. So, at open doors. And we wish you all the best for it. So before you go, is there any tell us a little bit more about
The box tape.
The box tape. How many tracks are on that, and are these, are you doing beatboxing to the songs like you've done, or you've got original stuff that you're doing?
The box tape is an all vocal beatboxing album.
Okay.
The first ever in Zim or everywhere.
Right.
Pani 7 my tracks.
Okay.
7 my tracks here. It's more like I'm telling a story with my art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Apana chinjeuti pani any
Michael Jackson.
exactly. Apana.
Wow.
Michael Jackson and the other stuff that I do is only for entertainment and showbiz. But I need to creativity.
That's important. I think that's important because it's I'm not gonna but then all they're known for is doing renditions.
Exactly. You can cover songs. People need to feel the original you
and who you are. We're looking forward to that.
Sure.
So under the King Calvin Madziwa Dondanzi, well done. Tandazo.
It's like way back. Yeah, that's my real name though. My government name.
Wow. So you know what? Before we wrap up today's segment of Bubbling Under, you know what? In doing something, when you're pioneering something, it's always difficult whether to penetrate the industry that you're in, or to get people to take you seriously. Who has been your support system for you to get to where you are now?
My mom mostly. What's this? One Wakura.
Right.
And the new age thing.
Right.
It's a big deal. But she's supporting me from day one. My album.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Mama.
But I did the dedication track for on the album. Once Abigail, it's gonna be a bomb.
Can you
Serious?
Yeah, just like for people to know
come on. No, you know what?
It may not be Abigail, just like a little bit of like one.
You know what I was doing. They could just a set and one set, then second set, third set, then
those were the fuse.
Exactly.
Okay. So I get what you mean. Will the music be available on digital platforms for people to
sure. Rain Beatbox _ 263 on Instagram.
Sure.
It's going to be on Spotify as well.
Okay.
Hard copies, you can get my number. That's 0773 466 255. Facebook is Rain Beatbox AW. YouTube.
We've tagged him on the post with those of you that want to follow up.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So time check it is exactly 6 minutes to 2 o'clock. Special shout out to you, Michael Thomas, Joseph Zuze, Obedience Manjonjo, Masiandima, as well as Tommy Lee Johns, as well as Rangarai Muteo, Calvin Madziva Dundo. Thank you so much to everybody that's joining us. We're getting ready for Queen Gamachirai, who is going to be joining us for Mental Health Watch. King, you cannot come to radio. I'm going to go to radio. Shout out.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned in. Shout out to Arenso. Shout out to the Queen. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to everybody.
King, thank you so much for joining us. Time check is now 5 minutes to 2 o'clock. We're getting ready for Mental Health Watch. Today, we're going to be talking about different things that leads to depression. We're talking about anxiety, bipolar disorder, as well as eating disorders, and we're going to be giving you more information on what to look out for, not only for yourself but maybe for your loved ones. I'm the Queen, and it's been an absolute honor having King Brahim join us in studio. God bless.
Thank you.
And we look forward to your album. I can't wait. Yes,
Serious?
Of course you can.
Come on.
Of course you can. That's why
Sure.
we're here. That's why we created this platform, for people to know more about you and your music.
I respect the good job you're doing.
Thank you so much, King. So I am the Queen, and we'll be back right after this.
All I wanna do is find out if you love.